I haven't covered a Foster's tap handle in quite some time, so hopefully this is interesting for you. And this is a pretty interesting Foster's tap handle. As a side note, there was a pretty good video that I saw recently about Foster's and about their rebrand in, I believe it was the mid or late 90s, when they were focusing on the connection between people, but making it kind of light but also positive. Absolutely great, worth looking it up. You can probably find it on YouTube or TikTok or somewhere, but definitely check it out. For this particular tap handle is interesting because it's got a rounded top, and that's a little bit unusual for tap handles. A lot of times you'll either have the pub style where it's kind of like rounded around the edges, or you'll have squared off styles. It's a little bit more uncommon to see a rounded design like that. In this case, it's almost like a teardrop, and it is also rounded over on the corners. That's fairly to be expected with a lot of tap handles. You want to avoid any sharp elements. And then you'll see that there is a little bit of a break there where you have the kind of the edge between the two elements. It looks like that is painted. So you'll see right there, this is a little bit, makes it look kind of like it was hand painted or something similar. This element here where it says Foster's, that is a sticker element, so you can see how it's raised a little bit there, but it does look like it was nicely covered over, so it makes it kind of like a key element there, so not something that should come off easily. And then here you actually have this kind of metal looking element, and it's hard to tell whether that's a separate metal element that is embedded. Actually, it looks like that may be the case, that they had a metal element that they actually put directly into the rest of the tap handle. So really nice touch the way that that was done there. And then the F there, I'm trying to tell with the material if this is just a coating there on the metal. That's the most probable. And then you do have the other side here. Actually, with that indentation, yeah, you do have it on that side as well. So it's hard to tell whether or not this is a sticker element or whether or not it's painted directly onto the tap handle. But one way or another, it actually looks like it is on there fairly well, which is nice. And then down here, you've got a fairly standard ferrule. It's a little bit different than the normal ones, but it's close to the standard design. So that's always good. And with this is using the regular 3816 threading. I'll show here with one of the adapters that I do. Pretty much any of the taps that you're going to see normally in the US are going to use either 3816 or 3816 compatible threading. Every once in a while you'll run into an exception, but that is pretty much the norm. But it does work totally fine with the 3816 threading. So that means that if you're looking to have it on one of your regular displays or with an adapter like the bottle opener adapters that I do, it'll work no problem.